tricked the system to leave it there. It was just it'll stay there. Now, as you can see on the lower right hand portion of the screen, you have tools and object options. Let's go with object options. You had phased, normal, fixed. Phased usually meant that it would stay there. Normal means if I choose normal and back out, let's see here, normal should drop. Yep, there it goes. It'll drop like pretty much a rock, and it'll stay like that. Now, let's go with, let's grab it. It'll act like a rag doll until I choose what to do with it. This is, I guess, this was my initial problem with Forge in Reach, is that you couldn't really adjust the camera to get a better angle of it sometimes, and sometimes it would zoom in really close and made things hard to see placing other objects around it. And with like the tools, you had phased. Phased means I could pretty much take the second level and toss it right in the ground. Means if I need to kind of level it out and kind of cement it into the ground, that's where it's going to stay. And same thing with phased. If I let go, it'll stay right where it is. Phased is like fixed. If I grab it, use fixed, move it anywhere, it's going to stay right there. And I could build all around it, attach. The thing with fixed is that if I make contact with the ground, it's going to stay on the ground. It's not going to go through it. Phased will. And I could add, let's see here, bunker ramp. See how it automatically zoomed right in? I can't back out to see see how it just glitched straight up like that, and I can't see anything. And it's the camera stuff for it what made it very hard. As you see, there's still a lot of problems with how things were. That's why me and Grin at the time made a great team making maps. Is just that you could have someone right here working on placing this, while someone stood over here as an eye, as okay, you're flush, a little to the right, a little to the left, so forth and so on. Now let's back out. I'm sure some of you, again, back down to me. In regards to, I'm keeping an eye on the chat with a separate account. Back to Endgame. Now, the last thing that came out on the, at least the, I know 2 came out on the original. Whoop, look at that. Win 10 multiplayer games. But here's the thing. The next one that came out was Halo 4 for the 360. Halo 2 was strictly an original Xbox game, but we're just going over kind of the best maps. Now, Halo 4, referring to my notes, had three maps that were kind of put out for. First map I want to kind of bring to, let's see, which is Impact was the first map that came out that I think it was Bungie still at the time before Microsoft kind of took things over. Hey, you hear me in the back. I gotta lower that. They said, with Impact, you had the ability to expand. It was, in essence, their answer to it was supposed to be like this huge map that you could work with. You had a lot of room to grow. You had a little bit of everything, but it's not what fans wanted. Literally, we enjoyed it. We liked the option that you had this aspect. As you can see, it took place in space, and you had all this, in essence, all this room to kind of build and create. And what I enjoyed in regards to Halo 4 Forge, let's see here. Let's deal with structure, buildings. You had a lot of the same, but what you were able to do is turn on. Let's see if I could show it. No, it's not here. It is X. Nope. B tools. Magnets. That was the thing. With magnets, if you turned on magnets, true. Medium, high, medium. What you're able to do is line things up better in regards to, meaning that if you wanted a ramp, if you couldn't adjust a ramp there, let's bring up a ramp. Room, triple, tower, inclines, shallow. See how you have those dots? A lot of Forge was like a power window on a car, either too high, too low, too high, too left, too right. In regards to that, you are off by a smidge. Magnets allows you to kind of line everything up, and all you have to do is just adjust. Turn off magnets. See, I'm trying to be magnets false. See how it went down a little bit? But once I turn it on true, it went straight up there. Let go. Object options. Let's see, tools, magnets, false, walk away. And there it is, nice and lined up. You didn't have to do it. The game did all the work. So it really helped a lot of creators, but they weren't. I wasn't enthused with the map. I don't think players were enthused with the map. So they kind of gave us another little option. Let's see here. End game. They gave us another option. And that was, we'll get to it. It was called Erosion. They kind of made it for those who liked what's called Griffball. Again, two teams trying to grab a ball, take it to the other person's goal. Think kind of like soccer. But you pick up the ball and went with it. They made it for kind of like that. And it was geared to that sort of thing, but it was a larger map that you had sections that you can use in a way. Let's see here. Let's see, there is impact. There it is. Erosion. As you can see, there's the Griffball Court, which is going to go into the basic forge to show you all around. This was the map that they told everybody and kind of pushed on everybody that it was. They were trying to tell everybody this was the next Forge World. When the game out, this was the Forge World. This is the big map that had loads of sections you could go to. It had a Griffball court that you could use. You could build maps in several different sections, which we'll show in a moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And like I said, it started you out in the room that was, in essence, the Griffball court. But most of the people, yeah, you could build in here. As you could see, you could have vehicle structures, building blocks, bridges, platforms. Again, this was. Let me just let you all know, a lot of the smaller maps, they're out there. Like in Halo 4, you had Ragnarok. It didn't give you. Let's see, place out. It didn't give you structures, scenery. It might have given you scenery, but it didn't give you structures. It didn't give you this option. You might go into a map and smaller map to show you that. But when you came out of this building, you had this. Yeah, you could build up here a little bit, but as they said, Bungie kind of pushed. Yeah, you could have maps out here to work with. This section here to build up and work with. You had the Griffball Court, and plus you had this section right here that all you had to do was put a grid right here, and there you go. You have another section of the map. And again, a lot of folks were like, yeah, I'm sure a lot of maps were made in this section or on this particular map. I'm trying to get there and delete this. There you go. But a lot of fans were like, at least when it came to me, it was like, no. We'll stay out here and just play. But for the most part, it's not Forge World. So what Bungie did, they was like, wait a minute, alright, you want something with Forge in the title, we're going to give you Forge Island. And that's the next map we'll go to before I'll show you one of the average maps that wasn't really built for the creativity or the creators that made maps or made custom maps. I know it seems like I'm rushing through. I just wanted to do this on YouTube. Again, this is not for creators, but let's go straight to Forge World. Where is it? Where is it? Forge. It wasn't Forge World. Forge Island. Like, oh really? You wanted Forge something with Forge, and here's Forge Island that's completely blank, yada yada yada. It was like it was pandering to the fans. They made it seem like, oh, okay, here's something. We'll give you something with Forge in the title. It's not going to be as big as Forge World. We wanted another the sentiment was, I guess, from a lot of people. I wasn't really in touch with the Halo community at that time, but the sentiment was it was like pandering. Again, let's start the map and show you. And it was like, well, okay, here's Forge Island. You're going to have 3 islands, a large, a medium, and a small. You could do whatever you want. If you need something large, you have the large island. If you need something small, you have the small island, etc., etc. It just felt like it was pandering, and it wasn't exactly what fans wanted. Yes, I built like 1 or 2 maps in my days with Forge Island, but it was mostly, as you can see, here's the large one. Here's the medium. And here's the small. And that's it. That's all you got. You had nothing to kind of... Yeah, you could expand on these, but there was nothing really... Oh, golly gee, you can't go to anything over there. These were the 3 sections you had to work with. That's it. And even I was like, really? That's it? You could expand outward, but what more can you do? these three sections were in essence your only options. It's end game, and I'll show you one of the smaller maps in regards to what I meant with, I don't know, uh, the aspect of structures. A map like this and the other two had structures that you could add to and you could build on, like the towers and the ramps and all that. They didn't have the type of meaning that you were able to expand. You didn't have any limitations on it. And I'm going to show you Ragnarok. That was me and my friends' favorite, Ragnarok, because it reminded everybody of the Halo 3 map, Valhalla. Same premise, same type of map, just updated graphics when it came to Halo 4. But the thing was, again, this was just one of the basic included maps. Wasn't meant to expand upon, wasn't meant to have structures added to it. It was just throw weapons down and just go. Just to play on. That's it. Show you. Expand. All it has is human, covenant, forerunner, armor abilities, gadgets, spawning on it, drops, objections. No, as you can see, no structures. The maps that were geared towards creators for Halo 4 were Forge Island, Impact, and Erosion. That was it. The rest just like, hey, let's toss down a let's see, vehicles. Mantis. I want to play with a Mantis on Forge. Drop it. Three of my friends have Mantises as it is. Drop my own. Get in. Oh, look, I have a Mantis too. And just have fun. That was it. That's all you could do on these types of maps is just add certain aspects to it. Nothing real detailed like structures. But now let's get into Halo 2 Anniversary. Halo 2 Anniversary was when it came to the Master Chief Collection. Like I said, I don't remember Forge being in Halo 2 in any way, shape, or form. It might have had custom private matches, but nothing like Forge was with 3, Reach, and 3, 4, and Reach. Let me just say it like that for the sake of ease. So when it came to the Master Chief Collection, you were allowed to fiddle with Halo 2 Anniversary. And the two maps that they kind of put in, even though they included a lot of maps that were included for Halo 2, I guess for the multiplayer, because Halo 2 was the game that kind of started matchmaking in a way, player versus player. I wouldn't say it was just one of the many games, or it was the Xbox exclusive that had matchmaking for it. It was the first I think it might have been the first Halo game that had matchmaking. I'm not sure. If you want to correct me, feel free to do so in the comments down below. But the two maps that I found for Halo, or let's say 3. First one was, let's see here, Skye Ward. Yeah, Skye Ward. And what this map, this was in essence for this to me is, because this game, Master Chief Collection, did not have Halo Reach until recently. And they wanted, I guess, Microsoft wanted something that was equivalent to Forge World, that was completely open, but have several aspects to it that you could just find a spot and just work with. And what they did was they kind of took the aspect of Halo Reach in a way, and Halo 4 in regards to Forge, meaning that you can magnetize something. Let's see here, show you. Um, Lock, unlock, delete by pallets, delete all these magnets. There you go. But you start out here, you get rid of it, but it also has. I guess you could do scripting. I haven't really played with this yet. I'm not sure what scripting is, timers, triggers, and all that switches. Um, but you had natural rock foliage, like terrain. You could add terrain. You could literally build on this cliff and just add to a lot of stuff and build your own terrain. This was, I guess, their answer to Forge right here. But they also included not just one other map that was similar to this, but two others. Yeah, I'm kind of going through things here. I just wanted to get a lot of. I know it seems like an excuse. I just wanted to get a lot of show work today, but hopefully one of these days I'll go into either Facebook Live or Mixer or Twitch and just build a map just to show you guys a basic map as a how-to. The second map that they kind of included that was similar to Skye Ward was Nebula, which was, I guess, instead of having that halo ring aspect, it was just out in the sky. Meaning, Skye Ward, I'll show you to you in Nebula because it's the same thing. So was Awash. Meaning that it had no borders. There's a wall. I discovered the map has a wall to it, but it's really, really out there. Just gotta load it up. The load times is like huge. I don't like the load times, like especially the 10-second wait to get into the map. It should have been a little bit sooner to get into the maps, but either way, as you can see, again, same thing with Skye Ward. Just this little platform to start out with. Yes, you could delete this and start from scratch, but you need at least a place to stand for the moment. And I could just keep going and going and going. There's like this huge. You can see how far away I am right now from that little square. I could just make that into like a dot. That's how much room I have. But they just made it so that you have this open Forge World section that you can just create your own. And again, you have with the place object, you have the vehicles, power ups, scripting, scenery, which barricades, pallets, street cone, natural. Yeah, you could put rocks, foliage, tree, add a random tree. Let's delete again. Why? But back, train, hill. That doesn't look like a hill to me. Oh, grass plain. I'm saying that doesn't look like a hill to me. That doesn't look like a hill. It looks like a mountain. But still, you are able to at least create your own map in this type of section. But what they also included was Awash is the next map we're going to. Again, these are three maps that they kind of put together for the creators because Reach was not for. I think the Master Chief Collection's been out for at least 3, maybe 4 years now, and well, Reach just recently became a part of the Master Chief Collection, and with it, a lot of maps that I made on my personal account before the show were transferred over finally, because that was one of the complaints I had. Meaning, okay, we'll go into Awash. That was the other map. When I back out of the game, I'll show you some of the game types that you could add and put in to a map. Now, again, this is more of a planet aspect of their map, that open map like the other two, like Skye Ward and Nebula. But this is more planet-based or ring-based, depending on what you want to call it. But maybe I should record my personal channel or personal account in regards to showing what some of the maps that a friend of mine wanted me to join in. But again, this is just, you can't go to those islands, but you have enough room to build your own stuff. Again, you could use natural, use terrain. You could put in a cliff. Do it like that. And just build out from there. Let's back out of the game. I said that these maps were just open, that you could just build from scratch. As if to say, you know what? We got too many reports that, not enough hills, not enough flat area, this, that, and other thing. Here, you build it. You start from scratch. You figure out how you want everything to be. That's what these feel like. But I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's actually might be a good thing. So, who knows? Like I said, let's see here. Options, Forge. Like I said, there's Slayer maps that you could do. Team Slayer, Slayer Pro, Slayer, Team Slayer, Battle Rifles, Elimination, Phantom Elimination, Phantoms. I'm not sure about the aspect of Phantoms, Rockets, only Snipers, Team Snipers, Swords, SWAT Aerial, Arsenal. Just the different types. Capture the Flag, King of the Hill, Oddball, Juggernaut, Assault, Territories. Territories is pretty much for those who do Call of Duty. It's like having an A section, a B section, and a C section. That's the aspect of territories. Infection is like zombies. Race is pretty much race. I'm not sure about Ricochet, but there's more to a lot of these maps that you could add to. But as I stated, that Halo, the Master Chief Collection, when it comes to games, this is one of the good games you could get if you like first-person shooters. You might not be a fan of Halo, or that, but for your money, you're getting, when you first get the game, whether it's through Game Pass or you get it via a disc or you get it digitally, it comes with Halo Anniversary. It's Halo CE Anniversary, or Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, and Halo 4. Halo 3 ODST is an add-on. It's a DLC. It's $10, like $7 to $10. So is Halo Reach. So if you could get this game on the cheap, let's say $30, for $50, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 complete games. Firefight, which is you can do a custom firefight, or you can do matchmaking firefight. So you're getting 6 campaigns, a firefight mode, a multiplayer, which you have competitive and you have social. There should be another game mode. Extras, campaigns for. Yeah, there it is. Spartan Ops. So Spartan Ops was a kind of an add-on that came with Halo 4. It was like a secondary uh, gameplay or campaign, but when compared to the campaign, it was shorter. You might be able to complete it within, I want to say, 2 to 3 hours, maybe less, because of it just being an add-on. But you're having, in essence, you have loads and loads of stuff to do and play in this game, and you don't even, for a lot of times, you don't really need multiplayer. Meaning that you have 6 campaigns if you get the DLC, firefight, which you don't need go into multiplayer to do, and you have, let's say, 7 game modes, total games to play. If you want to include firefight, 8 game modes for $50. That's what, less than, a little bit more than $5 a game, maybe $6 a game. Why not buy it? Pick it up. I recommend it. Plus, if you do choose to have a bunch of friends play with you, use. You don't have to touch, again. You don't have to touch multiplayer, and go into kind of the social games or the competitive games. All you have to do is create something in Forge, in one of the maps, like Reach, as I showed you. I might come back on YouTube and just go into Halo Reach and show you guys how to do a map, or Halo 4 and how to do a map, and just build something simplistic and how to. That might be the next YouTube video I do. But again, if you don't want to, again, you don't have to touch matchmaking in a way. All you need is a bunch of cool friends. Make your own map, whether it be something. Let's say if you want to, let's go with Reach for the moment. All you have to do is choose one of the maps. Just make something simple, change it up, and go in there and just play around a little bit. Or you could really go die hard and pull up Halo Forge World, make your own, make something creative. It could be simple, it could be complex. Heck, as much as I complain that of taking a game like Paradiso and remixing it. Let's go into it for a second. And just playing around, remixing, adjusting things, because it's kind of a template in a way. And all you have to do is like take 1 or 2 things out and just replace it with something else and see how it's done, or how the game mode is made in a way, and how it should be set up. And just like I said, this is just to show you. Meaning you could just take this aspect of their map, add to it. You don't really need this, yeah, you could use it, you could remix it, but hell, you just have fun. Let's see, where did it toss me? Oh, it only tossed me over here. How sad. I would have made that go like halfway across the map, but still. Have fun. Do it. It's something, if you have Game Pass, fiddle with this. Fiddle with Halo. Try it out. If you have, like I said, Game Pass is a good thing, especially right now if they're doing that 3 months for $1. What do you have to lose in regards to trying out Halo? Try it out. See if it fits you. You might like it better than Call of Duty. Legit, you might like it. Now the control schemes are a little bit different. Yes, you could adjust it to your settings in regards to everything. I think I have mine on. I got adjusted for this, but either way, that's it for me. I'm going to back out of this game. I'm going to end my game. I'll see. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. The subscribe button. If you like the videos you see, leave a like. We have loads of other videos on here. This is our first live stream. I think our first official live stream on on YouTube in regards to gameplay. Yeah, I gotta adjust power on this. Um, I'll see you guys. If you want to stay tuned to or hear our podcasts, stay tuned to this YouTube channel. There's going to be the podcast we upload to our Podbean account, and thus iTunes, say Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, Spotify. They all get dropped there at the same time, so it doesn't matter which one you go to. Are also dropped here on YouTube. They're posted up every Monday, first thing Monday, as soon as like midnight hits, they post it up. So give us a listen if you like what you hear. Subscribe. Again, we're also available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Plus, we got a main website, which is thelongcoatmafia.podbean.com. So if you like something like this, long form type of format, I do apologize for having you folks see like OBS and that sort of thing, but still, take care. I'm out. I'm the Reverend Godfather. I hope to do more of these in the future. So, take care. And what you're pretty much seeing on screen is me going to BBS, OBS, and ending things. So, again, uh, here's what I did. I don't care. Let's stop. Thanks for watching. I